Hello friends, welcome back to Candid Homemaking. Last weekend we went grocery shopping and loaded our house with all the good stuffs for the coming week, and I'm going to share that with you all. Stick with me until the end of the video since I would also be showing you how I'm prepping and storing them, which makes cooking a breeze for the coming week. So let's get started. It's the first time that we went grocery shopping after coming to a new apartment, and we went grocery shopping in two different stores. One is the Indian store and the other one is a local American store. So first let's start with what I got, and I would probably then show you how I meal prep for the following week. I'm going to be prepping certain ingredients because cooking as such takes very less time, and if these vegetables are prepped and ready to go, it makes life a lot more easier. So let's get started. Okay, starting from this side, the vegetables, we have some snake gourd here. I have 3 of them. This is actually Adi's favorite vegetable. Whenever I make sabji out of it, this is one of his favorite ones. So I got these fresh ones there and I picked 3 of them. And then I have mint leaves here, cilantro, methi. You know I love methi. I got 2 bundles because it looked very fresh. And then I have cluster beans. And this is some jackfruit, which we really wanted to taste. And then here is cucumber. And then here we have some bitter gourd and some spring onions. All these leafy vegetables looked very fresh there. We went to this place called Patel Foods, and it's not the Patels but Patel Foods. I think both are different. All these vegetables looked very fresh, and this particular Indian store was recommended to us by the Indian people living in this community. So it is about 20 minutes away from our place, but I felt it's worth going there because there's a lot of variety of things that we found there. And so bitter gourd and cucumber, salad cucumber, and some coffee. Actually none of us drink coffee at home, but it's just for any guests that would be coming over. And here is some lady's finger and plum tomatoes, and even tomatoes were very cheap over there comparatively. And then some ginger and drumsticks. Yeah, so these are all the vegetables that I got. And then coming on to some snacks, mixture, the Kerala mixture, which is our favorite. And then this sesame seed laddu, some dates, and then bourbon biscuit. This was one of my favorite when I was a kid. And then here some more cream biscuits. Actually whenever Adi gets the orange cream biscuits, then Anjali definitely, she has to take the pink one. That is kind of a routine now, that whenever he gets this, she will get that. So we have 2 of that. And then mango bar. I remember having mango bar as a kid. My mom used to give it to me, and I used to love. I used to wait for the time when she gives it to me. And there we have that. And here, yeah, the dates are already done, right? So now here are some walnuts, and then some sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes, I think, which we get in the Indian store is a little different from what we get in the American grocery store. So yeah, this is our good old sweet potato. And then onions and some noodles. This noodles packet is not for next week, but I just always have this handy with me for some time whenever we are unable to prep, or whenever we are unable to cook, or we just had to go somewhere and come back. This is one easy to do cooking, 2-minute noodles. That will definitely be a stock with me. So, and then here is some dry fruit kachoris. I think we will have this for the evening snack today. And then the Bonvita for the kids. Yeah, and I got these pomegranates as well, 2 of them. And in the frozen section we have this sabudana tikki, which my husband preferred to take. And then some green peas, and then some paneer, and then some soya bean flour as well. And then the ghee. So I was just standing in that particular section and searching for ghee, and the brand that we have right now is Swad. And then I've also tried GRB and Deep as well. So I was just standing there and thinking what to take, and this lady comes over and tells me she just took a bottle for herself, and then she says this is a very good brand. So this is a Bhavani brand and I have not tried it, so I'm going to try that for the first time. So she said it's very nice, so I took that. So yeah, this is all that we got from the Indian store. And now coming to the American store. So now for what we got from the other store, we have some organic whole milk with which I make curd, and then here some low-fat milk and whole milk. This is for me and my husband, and this is for the kids. And for bread, I got this Arnold whole grains double protein bread, which is very nice, very healthy, and it's very tasty when you toast it. So I got that, and 2 corn cobs, which I will put it in the oven and cook. And then some eggs. Usually we buy eggs from Costco, but this time Costco is a little far away from our place, so we got it from the local store here. And then some bananas, and then these oranges, mandarin oranges, and this is already opened. On the way back home itself, Adi and Anjali wanted to have. So yeah, that's all that we got, and now let's start prepping. First, starting with my favorite vegetable, lady's finger. Lady's finger fry had been one of my favorites my mom used to make when I was a kid, and the okra or the lady's finger that we get here looks a little different, and the taste in my opinion does not match with the Indian variety. So I have just taken it out of the polythene bag and I'm going to wash them to remove all the dirt sticking onto that. The most important step is to dry them and remove the moisture out of it, which keeps the vegetable fresh for a longer time. So once dry, I am wrapping it in the kitchen towel and keeping it inside a ziplock that would make it stay fresh until I am ready to use. The next vegetable is cluster beans, and I'm trimming off the ends, and prepping this vegetable actually depends on what you are going to be making out of it. So I'm going to be making a sabji out of it, which needs it to be cut into very small pieces, and so I'm going to be pulsing it in the food processor. It saves a lot of time. And I store it in a normal glass Pyrex container. Next on line is bitter gourd. Similarly, trimming off the ends and cutting it vertically is the easiest way for me to do it. So I would be making a curry out of it for chapatis. So accordingly, I need the pieces to be cut, and after cutting it vertically, just scooping out of the flesh and seeds and cutting it into the desired size. Then I just sprinkle some salt over it, which reduces the bitterness and keeps it fresh. And after just coating it well, storing it in an airtight sealed glass container keeps it fresh. Coming on to leafy ones, we have cilantro here. It's a big bunch that we have here, and again cleaning it well under running water and cutting off the roots. And then I'm just separating out the leaves, and at this stage it's good to take out any rotten leaves or yellow ones, but this seems fresh. I usually wait for it to dry out and then store it, but since there's a lot of leaves this time, I'm trying out what my friend suggested, a trick to make it last longer. So I am filling a glass bottle with water and inserting the cilantro inside with the stem inside water, and just loosely covering it with a Ziploc pouch, and I'm going to store it in a corner of my fridge. And the other part, as usual, I will wrap it inside a paper towel and put it inside a Ziploc pouch. And don't forget to label it so that you don't waste your time in finding out which is what. Next in line is methi leaves, and I was excited to find them fresh and ended up with 2 bunches. And now this is one such leaf which comes in with most of the dirt and mud. It's a task to clean it out, but just think of the amazing health benefits of this and the tastiest food that you could make out of it. So let's just keep going. I am washing it in a bowl and transferring it into another bowl and washing it until the washed water remains clear. Once it is slightly towel dried, I just pull out the leaves along with the stalk or stem, and that way it's clean and very easy to use. Once that's done, I'm just letting it air dry. And meanwhile, I have 2 pomegranates here. Initially, I remember when I was just married, I didn't want to buy it because I felt it was a huge task to take those tasty little seeds out, and later found out that it was not at all a big difficult one. So now I just cut it into halves and then loosen the seeds out of the white layer and then turn it upside down and tap all the seeds out. I know, most of the seeds out except for 1 or 2 which are so stubborn in coming out. Now coming to these fresh green mint leaves, similarly washed and towel dried, I have wrapped it up in a paper towel inside Ziplocs. The methi leaves also, I cover it with paper towel and store it inside the box. Next comes the snake gourd, and I trim off the ends, and similar to bitter gourd, I am vertically cutting it and scooping out the flesh and chopping it into smaller pieces. I have 2 bags of onions this time, out of which I take a few of them and peel the skin off, which is something that is my least favorite thing to do, and I keep it inside my fridge, which makes me happy while I'm ready to cook. So last is some jackfruit, and I'm taking the seeds out so that I can make something out of it. And then for the fleshy part, we are ready to eat it soon. I want this finished today or else my whole fridge is going to smell like jackfruit. So prepping is all done for now, and I'm ready to start a fresh week from tomorrow. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and please give me a thumbs up. And I have done a meal prep video before in this channel, and if you're interested to see that, you can click on the thumbnail to view it. And please don't forget to subscribe for more of these videos. Take care and bye bye.